Okay, it looks like I'm live again. Um, Here we go again for another D&D planning session. Just gonna make sure that everyone can hear me. Okay, so as before, we were cut off the on the second session. This is more of an addendum to that one, and then probably planning into the future about what's going to happen next in the episode. Um, Currently, the players are in here in Thunderstaff Mountain. Not Mountain, Thunderstaff Villa. Um, as I was explaining yesterday, they are right here on Roll20. Um, they're about to face off with one of these guys, the Nikoloth. And what we're going to do with that is have the lava. We're going to have the lava start bubbling out of this areas here. So once the Nikoloth is fighting them, I'll give them about 3 or 4 rounds for the spell to finish that's sitting on the podium. It's currently in the process of lighting up runes, basically directly under where the Nikoloth is sitting. Once those runes have lit up, that round there'll be a large cracking sound, and then the lava will start boiling up from underneath them. And I'm basically going to just start covering part of the screen every time, with this top bit being the exit. Basically here is the exit. And yeah, it'll act like a timer for them to get out. And obviously, if they hit the lava, they'll take damage. If they spend more than a round in the lava, they'll probably be dead. So I can work out some fine tooth stuff like that. Maybe we should do that instead of looking at the big stuff. So how much does lava damage do? That is a question. Let's have a look at our... maybe here? I'm assuming it's going to be... let's look at lava. Maybe there's some rules. Nope. Lava child. I mean, basically it's molten rock, so lava's typically 2000 degrees, something like that. So anything they touch on it will instantly burst into flame. Any metal will instantly become red hot and give them residual damage round and round. So we might just write these down on my little... these are my just like notes with a few ideas in them, but it's mostly just notes of NPCs that they've come across, so I can remember and not forget what the names are and stuff like that. Lava damage. So let's have a look. Actually like this in 7 point, much better. Lava damage. So if we do 4d6 per round, and have any contact with the lava will, with the condition on fire. So they will have the condition on fire, and that will cause so full stop, every round they are on fire, they will take additional 2d6. 2d6? Is it harsh? Just trying to think. Maybe 2d4. Take an additional 2d4 damage. Any flammable. So he's for flammable. Nope, clearly not. Double M. Any flammable materials, objects. It's not just material. Any flammable objects will be lost if the fire is not put out within. Should make it random. 1d4 rounds. So that way they have a counter, a random counter. So it might just be the net, like they get intensely on fire. They have to put themselves out very quickly. To use, got it, whatever. To use, to put out the fire, to no longer be on fire. The player must spend one action to do this. Is that enough? Oh, that's why it's complaining. Rounds. Will. Okay, let's have a look. So, should probably make that cumulative. 1d6 first round. So just don't want the fighter just standing in lava. First round, 8d6. Second, and then 16d6. Third. That's probably better. Any contact with the lava will cause the condition on fire. Every round they are on fire, they will take an additional 2d4 damage. Any flammable objects will be lost if the fire is not put out without within 1d4 rounds. To no longer be on fire, the player must spend one action putting themselves out. Is themselves one word? Oh, it's a weird word. Okay. What does everyone think? Okay, so lava damage 46, so that's 4 to 12 damage, and then 8 to 48 damage. No, 4 to 24, then 8 to 48, and then 16 to, what is that, 90, 96? Yeah, that's pretty good. It'll ensure that if they get stuck in there, they're dead. So they immediately catch on fire, dealing additional 2d4 damage. So it's actually 2d6, 46 plus 2d4 damage. But this is per round. So that's quite good. So the minimum damage they'll take is 6 in the first round. The maximum is 8 plus 24, so 32. So that won't kill anyone initially. Okay, so I think that's good enough for some sort of mud rule. And this flammable objects, so this will be like their clothing, leather armors, any scrolls, any backpacks that are non-magical, any handles, like wooden handles on weapons and stuff that's non-magical, anything like that will immediately get lost. Well, not immediately, but in 1d4 rounds. That sounds good. Okay, now let's have a look at our little beastie and see what he's going to do. Because he's actually quite large. I really love this website. It makes it so easy to just find stuff. Fiends. And we are looking for a Nikoloth. Here we are. See, that's so easy. So much easier than the books. And spells, I use this one because you can just put it in alphabetical order and scroll through it within 5-10 seconds. Like the way they've put spells out in the books is just a nightmare. Jumbling up all the classes, jumbling up all the spell levels. It's terrible. Each class should have their own spell lists, even though it's like duplicating stuff. Each class in the book should have their own spell list, and each spell should have the reference page to flip to find the spell. Yeah, that's why I changed this. It's way too painful using the books. Okay, so this guy at will can cast darkness, which I have used already in this one. That's what this inky blackness was here. Up here. These black abashis were casting out. Only their one's a bit different. It's like a creeping darkness. They can control it. So first thing, actually I probably won't do that first thing. I'll probably fly up the first thing because he's got 60 flying speed. This is a huge cavern that they're in. And he'll be able to fly up and avoid damage. So, and he can harry the people. Detect magic's probably not going to be that useful. Dispel magic's going to be awesome. Magical effect within range. Any spell 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. Yeah, I think this is quite good. When it says at will, does that mean at any round you can just cast that? I wonder. But he would have to choose between invisibility and actually making his attacks. I think the first thing he'll do is cast Mirror Image. 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself appear in your space until the spell ends, 1 minute. The duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting positions so it's impossible to track which image is real. You can use your action to dismiss the illusory duplicates. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate. Okay. So 10 plus your dex is their AC. So 10 plus 0. The duplicate is destroyed as soon as 1 hit is done. Okay. And the spell ends obviously when you have no more duplicates. Or the spell's just going forever and you can't tell. Let's have a look. Okay, so no one has true sight. So what else do we do? So that should give it at least 1 or 2 misses. And even if they hit, they're eventually going to miss with those. So that gives it 3 misses, basically. Because obviously, I'm not sure how much people know and how much people watching know, but there are 10 rounds in a minute, making each round 60 seconds. This spell lasts 1 minute. It's not concentration, so it'll just stay up even if you take damage. And that will basically eventually I'll roll 11 or higher and they'll hit the 3rd image and the spell will end. So that's what it'll be using it first. It'll fly up, cast Mirror Image on itself, and then it's their turn. They can cast spells against it, and it has advantage, which is really good. And this makes it super powerful, especially for the end game. So the way I'll play this is it'll make 2 melee attacks all the time until it starts getting a bit weaker, and then it'll start teleporting every single round. And the teleport, I believe, is 60 feet. So that'll make range weapons really important. Which I don't think the players have much of. Okay, so melee weapon attack is +9 to hit, reaches 5 feet, does 2d6 plus 5 slashing damage, and if the target is a creature, let's just see, the conscious saving throw take 2d4 slashing damage at the start of each of its turns. due to a fiendish wound. Each time the Nightcloth hits the wounded target with an attack, the damage dealt by the wound increases by 5. Oh, by 2d4. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And then the Great Axe. So is this... I'm confused. So surely it can't use a claw and then the Great Axe. It's a bit confusing because I would assume the Great Axe is claws on their hands and feet cut through flesh and bone. Oh, okay. Okay, so we can have him fly up. So rake with his claws and swing with his axe. I think that's what we can do. But if he's on the ground, I guess if he's on the ground, he'll have to use his Great Axe or 2 claw attacks. And in that case, he'll be start teleporting. That's what I would assume. So this is funny. I don't know if I'm going to add this. It only remains for 1 minute, but I mean 1 minute is a long time. Like 10 rounds is a long time in fighting. So it might accidentally send Mesoloths, which is a tiny little creature. Well, not tiny, but compared to these ones, it's a 9 and this is a 5. So 1d4 of them. That might get crazy. We'll see how it goes. If this is a really good touch, so if you've estimated what the players are able to do, you can all of a sudden give him, you can double it basically. And in a really bad case where you roll the 50% and then roll a 4 on a d4 and have 4 Mesoloths there, these guys will wreak havoc. They can cast Cloud Kill. Jeez. Anyway. I think that's the plan for the fight. So he's going to start on this page. Where the players are. He's going to fly up. Fly 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, so he can reach V here. And he'll just rake him and try and hack him. And then fly back off for another 10 feet. He'll just fly up 10 feet above him, which will give V an attack of opportunity with his staff because he's leaving the ground, but it'll be well worth it. Okay, so I think that's sorted. So let's move on to what's going to happen after the fight, which is what I was dealing with here. So I believe they're going to come straight back and tell Jadis, who's currently controlling the... let's clear these drawings off. Who's currently controlling the Blackstaff Tower, which is right here. So they'll make their way, possibly carrying a dead body. There is a high level healer there who will be able to resurrect them. They don't know that, but if someone dies, then they can bring him back. The As long as they don't get eaten by the lava, that's probably the main thing. So what we're doing now is we're working out what the overall plan for the alchemist is. So we've got here, here, and here. I don't believe they stopped this one. So this one's going to go off next. So we've got a rift here. Here's a rift. It's broken through this wall, melted through it. Logically, there would be one here, somewhere around here. And then the next logical one would be down here, I would say. And then what if we make one here and make it, ignore what I was thinking before about ancient Arcadian Tiamat writing, and make a hexagon like this. No, it needs to be a bit more out here. Ooh, in the city of the dead. That is a great idea. Okay. Okay, so let's go put it in this sarcophagus. Well, not sarcophagus, this tomb, and delete that. And delete this. So what about that? That'll create 6 of them. And then the idea is once all 6 of these are together, are open, which this one will be next. Here, it'll create a rift there. This one will create a rift here. This one will create a rift here. And we can basically, yeah, that's a great idea. Sorry, I'm thinking about stuff. So basically, if these 3 get opened like this, that section of the city will collapse in and create a giant portal. And then if either this one or this one does it, then this section or this section will fall in. And then once this one's done, it'll create this shape. This section will fall in. Yeah, like that. Which will basically just like collapse most of the city down. And it's not going to be collapsed into the earth. It's collapsing into another dimension. So another realm, which will be limbo. Once limbo is established in any of these triangles, the plan, my rough plan is to have the giant statues. For those who don't know about the giant statues, let's bring them up in here. I can't remember what I think they're called walking statues. Walking statues of Waterdeep. So these are these enormous statues that are like scattered around Waterdeep that activate when there's trouble in the city to defend it. See, like these guys. My plan is to give control of these statues, almost so they inhabit it like a giant robot from some sort of sci-fi. So they'll enter these things, have control of them, and have to jump down through the portal into Limbo, where there'll just be like a hell. I don't know if you've seen Limbo, but Limbo is a series of giant rocks sort of floating around in a crazy space that they'll have to traverse and navigate. But they'll be in these huge statues, so they'll face huge dangers. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And then we'll be having on the other side of Limbo, on a point in Limbo, will be the alchemist. After they've seen him today. So he's currently creating the portal to the Hell Realms. And then he's gonna, on the other end, he'll be creating the portal. Oh, no, it's not even to the Hell Realms. It's a portal to Limbo. And then he'll be creating the other end of the portal to the Hell Realms through Limbo. And once that one's open, then the devils will have full access to fly through. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So these guys will just be so currently a few demons are like leaking out of this one. Once this one comes up, they'll be able to leak out of this one as well. And then once either this one, well, it has to be this one to make this triangle. This really dramatic scene will happen where this whole area just starts cracking and breaking and just falling into the Limbo. And hopefully they won't be on it, and they'll be able to run over, go back to the Blackstaff Tower. Jadis will be like, I didn't want to have to do this, but we need you to get in these giant statues and basically shock troop jump in through. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, I'll keep that up, and I just won't let people go. I won't let the players go on here. So what else can we do with this scenario? So let's say let's plan a scenario if they manage to stop this. How would they stop this? That's another question. Why is this on here now? That's odd. It's there. Pretty sure I didn't put it here. Odd. Let's clear the drawings. I wonder if that clears it from the other one. It does. Never seen that happen before. Anyway, we got the idea. I'm not going to draw it again. I think that's a good idea. Let's go back here and think about underneath this dude. Sorry for the dogs if you can hear that. there's currently a square. I'm going to make it grey because that's what it was meant to be. Let's clear this off first. So draw shapes, go to grey, fill it in grey. There's this plinth here. Maybe I should use this time just to stretch this out a bit first, because you can see the map that I've made is a bit stretched this way. Let's go into the map layer, select the map. No, did I really do that? Yes, I did. Clear drawings. Let's take this and just stretch it down a bit. Does that look better? It does look better, but it's not quite. Does that look better? Yeah, that looks much better. Okay. Let's reveal areas. Hopefully no one notices. Let's see if any more is needed. Okay. So just move the players, objects and tokens. Move them where they actually were. These guys aren't on the border anymore. They dimension doored out. This is actually here. So they're like that basically. And I think that looks okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Move this guy here. And let's put the plinth. Why can't I select it? No one knows. Let's make it an actual square, as much as a square as I can make it, and then change the layer to the map layer. Okay, and then we're going to draw a hollow circle on here, which is going to indicate the runic circle that's slowly ticking down as they fight this creature. So he's going to be, the runic circle needs to be on the map layer as well. That, no. Ah. There we go. Okay, so now we can put this on top. There we go. Okay, so that's basically the setup. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. If he was more like here, the original one. Maybe I need to move him back. Maybe I should put the thing there. Yeah, let's try that. Let's do that instead. Let's go down to the map. And ooh. Let's just undo that move. This is, here we go. Something like that is good. And then something like this. Okay. And then go back up to the objects layer, and this guy can sit on there. So then we're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50. And he is basically in that square. It's a little hard to see the squares because this is such a dark background. But we need to use them quite accurately because of the fight. This is Drut's holy weapon. Okay, I think that's good. Oops. Woo. Okay, I think that's good. So we're going to give 5. I mean, 5 rounds. They probably couldn't actually. What is a condition that will stop this? Once this is broken, there's no stopping it. So, yeah, we'll give them 5 rounds, and I'll indicate that by the segments that start popping into that circle. So I'll start filling in the circle basically with segments. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then they'll know. So on the 5th round, all the segments will be filled up, and they'll hear like a humming or some sort of indication that this is about to go off, and then it'll explode off. So they can either choose just to run out and be harried by this creature and possibly killed, or they can run towards the runic circle and start smashing the runes, basically. I think that's... So what should the runic circle have as... Okay, so now we know we have to create a runic circle. So it needs an armor class. I'll put its AC quite high. It is stone. So to actually damage stone, you probably need a 19. And then its hit points, in terms of until the spell is destroyed inside of it, will be 30. But it'll be half damage to blades and piercing. Attacks. Okay. So hitting it with a hammer is probably the best idea. Obviously blades and piercing will take half damage. And it will be immune to fire, cold, and so fire, cold, electricity, immune to fire, cold, and lightning, and it will be it'll be immune to fire, cold, and lightning, but anything that transmutes it. So I don't know if he has. I don't think he has. What's it called? Meld stone or something? Stone meld? What's it called? That actually might be a pre-spell. Stone shape. Stone shape, not stone meld. Yeah, they don't have access to fourth level spells yet. But something like this would just destroy it instantly. They could just like crumple it with the stone shape. So what else would this thing have? So it's immune to fire, cold, and lightning. I mean psionic, but no one has psionic. And divine. Oh, actually divine, because it's a nether damage, like a. I mean, it's basically a summoning circle for these things. So we could say that this is immune to fire, cold, and lightning, and we could take it times 2 times damage from, what is that, a weakness or something? I can't remember what the specific names of it is. Condition immunities, condition. Weaknesses. Anyway, 2 times damage from divine. As it represents the opposite, basically. So once they've done that, everything will cease. The magma will start cooling in the pools and start skinning over with this the obsidian that they're currently walking on, and they'll have successfully turned off this this rift. Okay, that's good. So what does it look like if they turn a rift off? So let's say this doesn't get turned on. You basically will just make a different shape. So you can only have 2 rifts, basically. Otherwise a part of the portal will work. I think that's probably the best. Now what is the key? So in the first episode, I mentioned that I created a key that a cipher is working on currently in Jadis's tower. They managed to get it off the enemies, Amara, basically, from this one here, which hasn't gone off yet, but she's she had the books, and the books had magical ink, and once you burnt the book, the magical ink melted down into metals, and there was instructions on how to make a key. So what are we going to use the key for, is the question. Okay. So once there's 3 up, or there's a shape, so any 3 will make a shape. In the center of that, a keyhole will form in the ground. I think that's the best idea. And that will be the final thing where they just turn the key in the keyhole, and that will set off this the fracturing of the ground. I think that's a good idea. And that will be the that will be how these things are joined together by this key. And it'll be used over and over. So if these three join up directly in the center, a keyhole will form anywhere the center is. And then if another one gets set up, another keyhole will form. Or if this one gets set up, another keyhole will form. Or even if, say, this one gets stopped, and then this one goes off, it'll be like this warped thing, and that's where it'll form. Yeah, okay. I hope you can follow me with that. So basically, there's 6 points. If any of those, 3 of those points go off, they'll form some sort of triangle. And then in the center of that triangle is where the keyhole will form. And then if another rift goes off, that will form into another triangle with 2 of the other sides. So it doesn't matter which sides go off. So if this one, and this one go off, you'll have this large triangle here. And if this one goes off, then this will take this bit here. So then you'll have this bit active, and then you'll need the other 2. So as it forms to the other 2 and makes the shape regardless. Unless, of course, one gets stopped, and then it will create a weaker shape, which will... I mean, basically, if you get a couple of these large chunks out, you're still going to have a huge hole in the city. Considering each one of those squares doesn't even have a key on here, but I think each one of these, I think we said each one of these squares is 100 meters initially. Maybe it's a bit bigger. Let me have a look. How big would one of these squares be? 200 meters? Is that enough? 200 by 200? Three small houses. Maybe these other ones have a key on them. No. Maybe this one does though. Do we have some sort of key? No, for scale. Be very useful, but I think you can actually draw on here. Calculate distance, that's it. So let's calculate from here to here. Yeah, so it's 2.5 kilometers across. So that would make each one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 divided by make it 600 meters. Is that right? No, that'd be 5, 4. Yeah, it would make it a bit over 300, so 350 meters. Okay. So we'll say, 350 meters per square. So yeah, this will make it like a massive hole if this falls in. Okay. Is there a way to put the rift out once it's open and take away one of the points? That's the question. I mean, there has to be. And what would that look like? We'll would have to be stopped from the other side. So you'd have to jump in. Yeah. And then you'll be in limbo. Okay. I think that's good. So maybe we can start meaning to look at this as well. Characters. Meaning to look at what are these? Oh, I think this is just me testing stuff. So let's just delete this. Oh gosh. LETE confirm. Delete. Delete. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that because I don't need those. So let's create a new character. Let's search. Let's just click create a character. I love showing this off because I think this is pretty amazing. Let's just do a standard because I want to go through this and have a look. I think Homebrew needs to be on there. Magic the Gathering content. It makes me wince, but it doesn't matter. Let's call this Owl, because that's going to be the Alchemist. I'm not worried about any of this. Yes, using encumbrance, yes. Should have this on, but we don't. This is going to be a private character. Okay. So let's move on. He's human. It's a variant human. Well, he does have dwarfism. All ability scores. One skill of your choice, you can have feat of your choice. 2 different ability scores increased by 1. What? But what's the... This is just literally the face on the thing. Am I going crazy? Hey, what happened? Where's Al? Edit. You can call me Al. Okay, so he's definitely going to be human. So we're just going to select human. Sure. Choose this race, yes. Okay, so languages. Choose a language. He's definitely going to speak Infernal. Ability score. Is there a way to make him start at another level? Because he's not going to start at first level. Well, maybe just start up there and then we can add stuff. Okay. So it's definitely not his charisma. Well, I'll say his intelligence and his dexterity. What skills are we gonna have? So the alchemist is skilled in doing things. So I'll say, yeah, sleight of hand's not going to be useful. He was a thief once, so we'll make him choose a feat. I don't want grappler. Grappler. He's got. This doesn't make any sense. I don't want a feat. Okay, so we are going to choose a wizard. And class. So level. There we go. Okay, so he is going to be 14th level. Yeah, that's fine. Wizard skills. He's definitely going to be good at medicine and arcana. Actually, what? It doesn't really give. Anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Might make him a thief. Because technically he, just so you guys know the story, he was a thief. He will be one of the... no, I don't want wizard. Let's go back. Is there a way to delete thief? Wizard? No. Does it? Okay, maybe we can. Maybe there's a change. It's weird. I actually don't want him to be a wizard. I want him to be a high-level thief. See if I go previous, it just goes to race. If I go here, if I go next, and then go back. No. Let's add another class. Because we want a rogue. So we're going to get rid of this one. Yes, there we go. Okay. So he's going to be instead a 14th level rogue. Okay, that's better. Deception. Persuasion. Athletics. These are very good skills. Sleight of hand. And intimidation. Expertise. Also stealth. And realistically he would have done that. action. Starts off with think you allow you to move quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat action. You just take a dash, disengage, or hide action. So that's going to be really good for the fight. An archetype. Okay, so now what? What is this? Oh, okay, so this is how they get you. Okay. So I do want him to be a trickster. So let's look at here. Player characters, classes. I haven't really checked out this area before. We are going for a rogue. He's going to be 15th level. Which is archetype. So let's have a look. Roguish archetype feature. So this is just basically. Here we go. Nine more not shown. Jeez. Assassin, mastermind. What does the mastermind do? I want the mastermind. Okay. This archetypal inquisitive XL reading out secrets. And chooses a third load of the key for picking out lies. Eye for detail. Bonus action granting a cunning action feature to make a wisdom check to spot a hidden creature or object. Insightful fighting at third level again to decipher opponent's tactics and available to counter them. If you see, you can use sneak attack against that creature even if you do not have advantage against it. Only 5 feet of it. You can use sneak attack in this way even if you have disadvantage against the target. Okay, that's pretty cool. Soul knife. Okay. Does that take away everything? Oh no, so this is making everything there. Okay. This is a lot of information to take in. I mean, Arcane Trickster seems cool because you can cast spells and it kind of goes with his ability. But see, the thing is with the Alchemist, he's wearing one of the draconic masks that will summon Tiamat at the end of the whole game. Which, obviously, the Dracolich that is has given V his power is going to try and supplant Tiamat when she's being summoned. That's the whole ending of the plot. let's see. Cunning action, yeah, that's all normal. Okay. So that's... Why are some of them not shown? View all? Oh, there you go. Swashbuckler. What's the difference between these? Okay. Official? Mm. Mm. This is view more. It's okay. Okay. Sam Rogan enhanced their finite self with magic, learning tricks of enchantment and illusion. See, because I'm going to give the mask powers, so I don't know if he needs to have been able to cast spells. And that's pretty cool, but I don't think he's an assassin. Inquisitive? No. Mastermind. Use help action as a bonus action. You use the help action to aid an ally attacking a creature. The target of the attacks can be within 30 feet of you rather than 5 feet of you. That seems very useful. And Mastermind sounds cool, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. This one seems useful because of the insightful fighting. Starting at third level, you're difficult to pin down during a fight. You can move up to half your speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of you. Okay. That's pretty cool. That doesn't fit in. That's boring. Yeah, I think we'll be... Make a melee attack against the creature, and the creature can't... Yeah, so the creature can't... So when you choose this archetype at third level, you learn how to land a strike and slip away without reprisal. During your turn, if you make a melee attack against a creature, the creature can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn. Oh, that's interesting. Third level, your confidence propels you into battle. You can give yourself a bonus to your initiative rolls equal to your charisma modifier. You gain an additional way to use your sneak attack. You don't need advantage on attack rolls to use a sneak attack. So that's quite powerful. Third level, you gain the ability to decipher. Opponents actually make a wisdom insight check against a creature that is incapacitated. Test the target's charisma deception check. If you succeed, you can use your sneak attack against that target, even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll. But if not, you have disadvantage on it. But not if you have disadvantage. That's 1 minute. I like that as just an extra bonus ability. So let's just copy this. I don't think he's a swashbuckler. I mean, I have to stay true to the actual character as well. So, I mean, I'm just going to make him a thief because there's nothing else to make him here unless you pay money. Hang on, let's just take that away. Okay, yeah. So, he gets fast hands as well, which is... Make a dexterity sort of hand check. You can use your thieves tools on tracks, open locks, or take these. The bonus action. Oh, okay. Okay, anyway. Ability and score improvement. Don't think there is any feats. Yeah, you have to pay for the feats as well, so I have to remember to get two feats for him. So alchemist, is that? There you go. Thank you. Spell check. So we need 2 feats, and we're also going to have this as his archetype. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good for now. So let's go back to building him. Well, that's cool. So use your reaction. So we can react to that every round to halve the damage. Expertise. So sleight of hand and deception. 8th level. So we get, hang on, I'm confused. Two choices of this. Okay. Yeah, let's just say ability score. Oh yeah, it'll just, you can just, okay, yeah, cool. So that's 3 choices. Yeah, okay, I get it. So we're gonna have 1 evasion, ancient red dragon fire, ice storm spell. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Ability score improvement again at 8th level, which is another feat, so that's the 2. Supreme sneak. Okay, yeah. You can increase 1 ability score or increase 2 ability scores at 1. As normally you can increase the ability once using it. Okay, so that's 3 feats actually. Okay, cool. Reliable talent. Let me find your skill. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. That's pretty cool. Is this 4 feats? Yes, okay. Use magic device. Yeah, so this is what allows him to use the mask. Oh, actually, no, the maskers should be able to use it anyway. You are able to hear, you're aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creatures within 10 feet of you. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so that's good. We don't need any of this. So we have to correct this. We actually have 3 feats to choose. And we are going next. So what are we going to do? Score calculations. Well, let's have some fun and roll some scores. Oh no, I don't want to just... What? Standard array, what does that mean? Oh, there we go. What? Oh, no, I don't want that. That's boring. I want to roll them. Oh, you can't actually roll them. Okay, well, we're going to do manual. And we're going to go in here. And roll some dice. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, so we are going to... So dice. Uh, 4d6. Is that just it? No, it must be slash roll. There we go. 8. Okay. Let's see what else we get. So that's 4, 5, 6. So the first number is 7. So he's going to have 7 something. And let's go 4d6. Oh, I forgot the slash roll. Slash roll. Ooh. So 16. 4d6. Just in case you're not sure, I'm rolling 4d6 and I'm taking the highest 3. That's how we've always done it. I don't know if anyone else does that. So 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 4 is 13. And 3 more. Yee, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, big money. Oh, that's 2. I'm just going to ignore those rolls. There we go. 6 plus 6. 16. Again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more. This is so much fun. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 3 is 10. See, it tends to give you some pretty spread out scores. So now as a human, those all go up 1, I believe. So we'll go 7, 16, 13, 8, 16, 10. So we're going to say his charisma is 8. Well, his charisma could be 7. He's pretty ugly. He's a twisted little creature. His wisdom will be 16. Actually, probably make his intelligence 16. His dexterity will be 16. He's a small twisted creature, so his strength will be 10. Maybe make it 8. His constitution will be 13. And his makes his wisdom 10. Yep. Okay, so that's our big bad. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but just give him time. Okay. I'm not worried about that. I'm getting hungry. It might be time to shut off and let me go eat. I'm not worried about that. Okay, let's view my character sheet. It's weird. So, as a human, don't you automatically... I thought you got 1. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Maybe it's because I did the let's edit him again. I thought do humans just get a feat? So all ability scores plus 1 extra and extra language. He speaks Infernal to increase by 1. I thought it was to all ability scores. I'm getting a bit confused here, but I do get a feat here, so it's actually 4 feats. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, shoot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the ones that's 5. My goodness. Okay. Keep adding feats. Maybe the manual calculation just immediately... see, here's the racial bonus. So why... It's very odd. It's very odd that they have that. Really makes humans quite useless. I've said this quite a bit. Humans in in D&D have slowly become more and more useless. I mean, you start off with the immediate you can't see in the dark, and you lose a lot of fantasy things. Um, the old D&D did a lot better with making humans. I mean, it was hard because basically the way they did it was humans were the only ones that could go up to high levels and multi-class and things like that, which, I mean, it kind of fit with the theme, but they're moving away from that, and it's more just you have the stock standard, you can be this race, you get a few little things, but basically you're all the same, which, yeah, I don't know. There's pluses and negatives for it. I think I'm just going to give him +1 for everything, because that's what I think. Is that how I do it? Yeah. So he gets that one. We're just going to give him +1 for this. Intelligence. Actually, I got 5 feet, so I'm going to make his dexterity. One of his feats is going to be spent on this, just pumping up his dexterity +2. And then I'll see how the feats go, and then I'll see if I want to add any more. Racial bonus, so we get +1. I really thought they all got +1 against everything. That's really weird. Okay, anyway, let's go through again. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Let's view the character sheet again. Okay, that's good. Yeah, cool. It's +14 sleight of hand and +14 stealth. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so yeah, he's got 100 hit points. That's roughly where I wanted him. Because I kind of wanted the other creatures to be the meat bags, and he's more the attacker. So now let's go look at some feats. I think I'll be using this one. Players feats. Let's look at the prerequisites. Is there any one specifically for... No, there are any racial prerequisites. This is a good idea. Strength. See, so we can get... okay. Well, that has to be an elf. Is there any... Do that have to be human? No, sadly. Okay, well, let's start looking through them. I don't think... Let's just do it by alphabetical order. Oh, what? No. I know I clicked that, but I didn't think it was going to take it off. No. Don't filter. want them all. Show all. Okay. Alert. What is this one? I think this is. I don't know if any of you people watching like Critical Role. I was always a big fan of it. I think this is what I don't remember the guy's name, but he had a black dragon's arm. When you cast a first level of 3 mark, you can expand one of your hit dice to roll. Even if you roll an even number, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to the number rolled. One random creature within 30 feet, not including you, takes force damage equal to the number rolled. Ah, okay. So maybe this can be part of the mask and not part of this. I quite like this. Let's copy this. Can we copy it? Yes. This is cool. Okay. Copy, and let's put this in here under Dragon Mask. So immediately gives you this, basically. That's cool. Okay, let's just get rid of this. No other dragon, I don't care about that. Oh, actually, because it might. Oops. Let's just undo that. Undo that. There we go. Constitution called by 1 to a maximum of 20. Yeah, and he'll have this one. From reaching 10th level, such a character has 10% chance of gaining an epic boon. Okay, yeah, this is cool. I'm just going to leave this here for now because I don't want to go through that. I'm doing this. But having the mask have that, so if any of the characters put that mask on, that's what's going to happen to them. And it's going to just like fix to their face. And that will be the dragon mark. And they can... I probably should make them just roll randomly for what the dragon mark's going to do to them. But anyway, alert athlete charger. It's for big people. Defensive duelist. Dragon fear. Increase your strength because you're increased by 1. Instead of excelling destroy, you can expend a use of your breath weapon trait to roar, forcing each creature to make a wisdom saving throw. Target automatically sees the sense we can't hear you, see you. And the failed save target becomes frightened of you for 1 minute. It can repeat the saving through, ending the effect on itself on a success. Okay, so it's basically cast fear. That's cool. And Dragon Heart. Increase your strength, scales, harden. So these are mainly for the actual mask. They're not really for his feats, but I like these. Let's give this one and this one. As well. Okay. Make these a bit more noticeable. We'll just make them bold. Just so I can see them. Oh, did I delete that foolishly? Yes, I did. Okay, anyway. I think that's good. Let's just copy this. And add it here. And make this bold so I can tell what it is. And oh, what am I doing? No. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we. Okay, that's good. I'm not really working on the mask right now. We're just working on the alchemist. So let's have a look. Just in case anyone actually is listening and is writing comments in the stream, I can't actually see them because I haven't got everything set up to be able to see them, so I'm sorry about that. Dungeon Delver. No. Durable, no. No. No, he's not a gnome. Grappler. What's this? No, he's a human. Increase your strength by 1. Gain proficiency with light armor. Should already have proficiency with light armor. Let's have a look. Actions in combat, cunning action, fast hands. So I don't really play on this side of it, so I'm not too good at features and traits. Racial traits, class features. Sure, you can just automatically wear. I mean, I'm just going to have him wear armor anyway, so I don't need to do that. Mage Slayer. No. Partial Adept, Medium Armor Master, Mobile. When you use the dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. That makes me think of something. Because in Limbo, it's just these large chunks of land, and various kingdoms and stuff are settled on these large chunks of land just floating through the chaotic space of Limbo. What if the final fight takes place in aberrant gravity? It'd be hard to make a map of that. I bet you I could. So where when you fight, you can, if you can jump in certain spots, the gravity will change and you'll click onto the roof and start running, or click onto the wall and start running on that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Just gonna write that down. What is this? Oh, maybe we should make this bold so I know what I'm actually doing, and underline him so I know. No, underline. There we go, and make him a little bigger, just so I know at a glance that that's what I'm doing. Okay, so let's just take that up. That's this next one. So let's say idea for end fight. Is that abhorrent? Aberrant. Gravity. Certain areas of the flip your or flip. Will they be marked? Yeah, we'll leave that for now. That's just a random idea. Use magical device. Okay. I think that's fine. So let's just keep looking through feats. Observant. Oh, there's a human one. Prodigy. You gain one skill proficiency of your choice. Interest or influencing language. Choose one skill in which you have proficiency. You gain expertise with that skill. Your proficiency is doubled for any ability check you make with that skill. I think that's pointless. Taking it longer doesn't impress disadvantage. Your ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover. Make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with. You can choose to take attack roll. If the attack hits you, plus 10 to the attack's damage. Jeez. Okay. He's gonna have a shot. He's gonna be a sharpshooter. That's for sure. Okay, so. he's gonna so feet 1 will be that one. Let's try and delete some of this stuff. So I'm not sure why it's doing it like this. Where did the number 1 go? I was meant to be copying it here. What happened? Okay, let's put here 1 dot. Okay, 2 dot. Skilled. Skulker. Can try and hide when you are lightly obscured from the creature from which you are hiding. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, Skulker. Let's see if that worked. Yep, so let's just whoop. And let's just delete all this. And put this down here. Okay. Three dot. I don't know if I want any more than that. Maybe a weapon master. You can provision with 4 weapons of your choice. Yeah, no, I think he's already got enough of that. Okay, I think we're good with the feats. So he has 5 feats to spend. He spent 1, 2. Is that right? Yeah. So he has 3 plus 2s that he can add to his character sheet. Let's edit the character. No, just his ability scores. So he has 4. So we can just make 1, 2, 3. No, he's going to be weak. He is going to be ridiculously dexterous. Okay. What? No, 20. Really? Okay. Let's make this 16 again. Make this 16 again. And make this so 6. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then intelligence. He's going to have +2. Yep, that's good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's better. So we're going to give him some equipment and some things, but that will be for another time because I'm getting hungry. So thank you for watching, if you're watching, and we'll